Guys, I want these to work so bad, but they have such a glare. If I look this way, if I just talk to you like this, now we're good. Ugh. All right, no glasses. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a little reading vlog. I need help picking something to read next, and I thought, what better way to do this than a try a chapter video. I've seen these all over BookTube. I love the idea of trying a few different things and picking your book from there. So that is what we are going to do today, but we've added a bit of a twist. So one of my goals for 2022 was to read more backlist books, and another goal was to kind of branch out and try some genres that I'm not so familiar with. So I have selected 4 books that fit all of that profile, and let's go through what we're going to be trying today. Okay, the first book that I'm going to read the first chapter of is a backlist sci-fi book that is all over BookTube, or had been several years ago when it came out, and that is Illuminae. This has been on my shelf for years. I've been dying to get to it. I've only heard amazing things. I think the format is really cool. I've never read anything quite like this, and I really, really want to get to it in 2022. So we're going to read the first chapter of Illuminae. The second book that we are going to pick up is a romance, and I have a bit of a like-hate relationship with this author, but I have this book on my shelves. It's been something I want to try. Maybe it can be kind of the tiebreaker for how I feel about her books, but that is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I read It Ends With Us and liked it. I thought it was good. I read Verity and hated it. I hated Verity. But I've had this on my shelves for a while, and I know it's a romance, and I'm looking to read a little bit more out of my comfort zone. So I'm gonna try the first chapter of November 9. The next book, again, took BookTube by storm several years ago. I used to hear about it all the time, and I bought it and thought that this would be right up my alley. And unfortunately, over the years, I feel like I've grown out of this genre, but I really want to give it a try because I have the first 2 books in the series, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic. I am worried that I've grown out of the love for a magical world as I've gotten a little bit older, but I own the 2 books. Let's try them. I've only heard great things about these. So we're gonna read the first chapter of Darker Shade of Magic. And the 4th book we're going to try today is a thriller, which is probably my most read genre, but I also kind of have a so-so relationship with this author. So I have this one on my shelves, and I figured I would give this one a try, and that is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. His books are just kind of average for me. I think I've read 2 of them, Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark. And I think they were both 3 stars for me, but I hear great things about Riley Sager. Everyone seems to love him, and this actually has really great reviews on Goodreads. So let's give the first chapter of this one a try, and we'll see how we feel. I think what we'll end up doing here is reading the first chapter of each and then doing a quick check-in to let you know how I feel about it, and we'll decide from there. And then I think at the end of this, I just want to vlog reading it. All of these are books I should be able to get to relatively quickly, so we'll see if I made a good choice. All right, let's hop right in and start reading. Okay guys, I just finished the first chapter of Illuminae. It was good. It opens up interview style. So we got to meet our 2 main characters, Ezra and Katie. I did not realize this was more of a young adult book. Our 2 main characters are 17, so, which is fine. It was an entertaining first chapter. It is a really daunting book, not only because it's long, but because it seems like as soon as you get used to a specific medium, in this example, this interview style, I've kind of got a good pace going, it all of a sudden switches over to something completely different. So it is a little daunting, but I did like it, and it really is still a goal of mine to get this book read. So it was good. We'll see how the other 3 are. But yeah, I got the first chapter of Illuminae done. I wanted to do them in the order, and now I can't remember what that was. Was it November 9th next? Or Darker Shade of Magic? It doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna do November 9 next. We will read the first chapter of this one, and I will check in with you guys soon. All right, wish me luck. Hey guys, Rachel from the future checking in here. I'm just sitting down to edit this video, and I realized that this next clip, when I'm talking about November 9, I did not edit out the music in the background. So when I read, I like to put on some sort of concentration music. In this case, I was listening to classical cello music. Oh, super embarrassing. And I forgot to turn it off in the background, so I'm gonna apologize in advance. You're gonna hear a bunch of cello music in the background, but luckily it's a nice short clip, so I apologize about that. All right, back to November 9. Okay guys, I just finished the first chapter of November 9. This was good, intriguing, definitely fast-paced, super cute and quirky. I really like Fallon. She's very spunky. It's a bit cheesy, I do have to say. I feel like I've inadvertently picked up another YA, and I'm a little worried that A Darker Shade of Magic is the same, but we press on. But yeah, I liked this. Fallon's a good character. A little bit of cheese to the beginning of this romance here, but I can roll with it. It's fine. So yeah, November 9. Good, I liked it. All right. I think I will move on to the next one. We'll do A Darker Shade of Magic. So I'm gonna pick this up right now, and I'll check in with you guys in a minute. Okay guys, I just finished the first chapter of A Darker Shade of Magic, and I really liked it. I thought it was a great first chapter to hook you into the story. You get a great introduction to the main character, we get a good introduction to the magic system, and it's intriguing, this idea of these 4 different Londons. So it is something I definitely want to pick up, and it's certainly still in the running here for the book that I'm going to eventually vlog. My only hiccup is that, like I predicted, I think I've just outgrown magic a little bit. You guys know that I grew up on Harry Potter. It's my favorite book of all time, but I think I have outgrown the idea of magic in my literature, in my reading, in my old age. So I am a little worried about that, but I do think, well, I do know that V.E. Schwab has such a phenomenal reputation that these books are revered in the booktube world. So I really do want to give them a shot and just see what they're all about. So I think we are going to keep this one in the running, but we are going to move on to our 4th and final book, and that is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. So let's give this first chapter a shot. I will jump right in and I'll check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Okay guys, I just finished the first chapter for The Last Time I Lied, and it certainly starts off with a bang. We basically figure out the point of the story, which is missing girls at summer camp, from the point of the one surviving camper. We see it from her point of view, and we obviously know something not so great has happened. So this one definitely ropes you in right from the get-go. So I have a lot to think about. I think off the bat, if I could eliminate one, it's gonna be Illuminae. It's just a little too daunting, and I'm just not really into the YA aspect of it. The arc that our characters are ex-boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're 17 and still in high school. Ugh, that's throwing me off a little bit, even though I want to read this so bad and I want to love it. So I'm going to think about the other 3 that we have left here, and I will be right back with a decision. While I'm thinking this through, you guys cast your votes. Which one would you start with? All right, give me just a second. Okay guys, I am back with a decision. And I feel like, unfortunately, it was the predictable decision, and I am going to go ahead and read The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. My thinking was November 9 was intriguing from the beginning. I definitely want to get to it at some point, but I'm just not into this like juvenile romance right now. And A Darker Shade of Magic, same thing. I really, really want to get to this, but I think I'm just kind of in sort of a reading slump right now, and I don't think I'll be engaged enough with a magical book, with a fantasy right now to kind of get me out of my slump. So we are going to start with The Last Time I Lied. I'm going to keep it going. Hopefully this will be a nice quick read for me, and I'm going to check in with you guys really soon when I get a little bit further in, and I'll let you know what I think. Hey guys, so I have to admit, it has been a hot second since I last filmed for this video. As soon as I finished filming that first part, I fell into a huge reading slump and have not been able to make a whole lot of headway on this book until now. So I'm sitting down and we're getting back to it, and we are pushing through because we will prevail. The internet needs this update, okay? The people need to hear what I have to say. Obviously, that's not true, but we are making some headway on The Last Time I Lied. I'm about 100 pages in. It's fine. feel like I say that a lot. It's fine. The subsequent chapters after the first one have not been quite as gripping because it's we're not kind of in the excitement of finding these girls missing. We do follow two different timelines. We are following our protagonist 15 years in the past when she was a camper at this camp and the summer that the girls went missing, and now her 15 years later where she has returned to the camp as like a special instructor, like a painting instructor, since she is a painter. And she's been like specially invited back by the owner of the camp along with a few other alumni. So we're getting to revisit her old stomping grounds here. We're getting to revisit like the place where the scene of the crime, and she's being, you know, really re-immersed into the memories of the summer when this all went down. We do keep getting hints, or she keeps alluding to the fact that she lied that summer, that some of what we think happened may not have happened the way she originally said it did. Essentially, we're finding out that she may be more involved than was first noted. So, you know, there's a bit element of mystery. But yeah, I am finding it a little hard to stay focused on. So I have some more time. We're going to keep going and see how much further I can get today. And hopefully I'll have another check-in with you guys soon. So wish me luck. Hey guys, we are back and I have officially finished The Last Time I Lied. Let's break it down. Okay, so as we kind of touched on, this book follows our main character, Emma, who is returning to summer camp 15 years after she was actually a camper there in which her 3 bunkmates went missing. So there's a lot of mystery to this. It is a thriller. There are a lot of twists and turns. This book has a lot of red herrings, which is something I don't typically like in my thrillers. And I think if you're going to do them, you have to do them really well. You can't just throw in creepy groundskeepers and suspicious camp owners to kind of throw you for a loop. I think they really have to be done well. I think this does take a lot of cheap red herrings just to kind of keep you on your toes. Ultimately, I did like it, but it wasn't anything new or unique for me. I thought our main character was a little weak. I tend to like a main character that's a little ballsy. This character didn't really have that. She was really haunted by what happened at this camp when she was a camper, and the author really liked talking about that. You do get the dual timelines, which is great. You get to see in real time what her relationship was with these girls, these bunkmates, and you get to see now how she is going back to this camp to try to figure out the mystery. I will say this book had a very redeeming last few pages. I loved the last few pages. So it did bump it up just a bit for me. Originally, I would have given this about a 2-star. Those last few pages kind of bumped it more up into 2.5, which I know isn't a huge bump, but for me, that's the difference between something I'm just about and something that is a little bit more memorable. So that 0.5 point in my world means a lot. Those last few pages were super memorable and I really, really enjoyed those. So if you've read this, you know what I'm talking about. I think it took a really average thriller and kind of infused a little bit of extra into it. So overall, 2.5 stars, which is essentially right down the middle. Not good, not bad, entertaining. It did take me a while to get through this, you guys. I did slug through it for a bit. I don't know if it was maybe the setting that just wasn't my favorite, or that the majority of our characters are kids, which can be kind of boring to read about. But either way, 2.5 stars, right down the middle. I am glad I read it. I'm glad I can check another Riley Sager book off my list. I still don't know if this is an author for me, unfortunately. So we may have to give a few more of theirs a try. But thank you guys for coming along on this trip with me. I really enjoyed doing this try a chapter. I had a lot of fun, so I will definitely be doing this again. Let me know if there's another theme. So obviously this theme was more like backlist books for me. Let me know if there's another theme you guys can think of. Maybe certain authors that I could try, certain genres, things like that, whatever you guys think, or even just single recommendations and I can kind of stack them up against each other. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys as always for checking this out. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.